What's going on, everyone? You are listening to Bulls Central here. Hope you're all doing well. So, the Bulls are scheduled for their game tomorrow against the Oklahoma City Thunder, at least at the time of this recording. Of course, given the nature of the season, things can always change last minute. However, at this point in time, both teams have enough active players to proceed with the game. And the good news for the Bulls is the guys who've been out under the health and safety protocol are starting to make their way back. And that's what I wanted to provide a brief update on today. So first and foremost, it does appear that Markkanen will be back in the lineup for tomorrow's game. Whether he'll be starting or receive limited minutes, that still remains to be seen. But that's obviously great news to hear, as Lauri was really kicking off his season nicely before he was sidelined. He was shooting 47.8% from three, averaging over 17 points per game. And with the improvement the Bulls have made since he was out, adding him back into this lineup is going to make them even more formidable on offense. I mean, you guys could argue that if the Bulls had Lowry on this West Coast trip, that the outcomes of the games against the Kings, Lakers, and Clippers, which were all close games, they would have ended in the Bulls' favor, potentially. But I'm not going to go into, the what-if scenarios. The point is the Bulls team, this Bulls team, has looked significantly better since Lowry has been out. And if you add him into the mix, that should improve the team even further. And no, I don't think Lowry was the reason the Bulls were struggling from the outset. And with him being out, it shows that they're a better team without him. No, the team has shifted their level of play. They've changed their mindset in fighting through adversity and just their overall confidence, in the actual game and confidence in their play. Now, this also applies to Ryan Diacono as well. Both him and Markkanen, of course, they're the ones that never tested positive, but were under the protocol for contact tracing. But they are now back with the team, and they've actually participated in 5-on-5 practice with the team as early as Tuesday, according to Rob Schaefer, one of the NBC Sports Chicago reporters. Again, it'll probably take a little time for both of these guys to get their conditioning back up after being off the court for so long. But since they never actually got COVID, obviously they're not going to be recovering in the way that Chandler Hutchinson and Satoransky would. But anytime you have a little bit of time off of the court, there is a bit of a ramp-up period in getting back up to speed of NBA level play. So my guess is these guys will likely see a slow ramp-up and limited minutes to start. But that hasn't been confirmed yet by Billy Donovan. Donovan did say in an interview today that, quote, "I thought both of them physically, in terms of their conditioning, were very, very good," end quote. So it sounds hopeful, and hopefully that this will be a quick ramp up, but we'll wait and see on that. Now, as far as Hutchinson and Satoransky, they both entered into the protocol after testing positive on December 29th and the 31st respectively during those games against the Wizards. The good news is Hutchinson has actually been cleared to return to the team's building. He hasn't been fully integrated with the rest of the team just yet, so we'll likely still, there'll be more time before we can see him back on the court and in action. Now, Satoransky, on the other hand, is still quarantining, and he is expected to be cleared in the next day or two to join the facility and participate in various solo activities similar to what Hutchinson is doing right now. He's just a couple days behind him based on when he tested positive. They will not be traveling with the team on the short road trip, but Markkanen and Archie Diacono will. As far as Otto Porter, he actually returned to practice for the first time today after injuring his back, and he stated he was feeling really well and in much better shape. It remains to be seen for him whether he'll play in the game on Friday, but he will be traveling with the team, and Billy Donovan did actually say that he is optimistic he'll be in the lineup for the game tomorrow. Now, with Lauri coming back, it will be interesting to see how the rotations will be impacted. I imagine it'll look similar to what we saw when he was in the starting lineup with Otto, when Otto Porter was coming off the bench. Again, that's if Otto plays. And the good thing with Archie Diacono back is that it allows for Coby White to get some relief at the point. Obviously, we would probably prefer Satoransky over Archie, but because Sato is a very critical piece in helping run the floor for the Bulls. But with both of them being out, I'll take having one of them back, as the depth of the point guard position has been very limited, which is why we've seen Coby playing so many minutes. I'll keep you guys posted on any updates that come through on these guys or other injury reports or protocol updates. You can also check out the Discord page, which I'll link in the description, that gives automatic news and Twitter updates so you don't miss anything. The game against the Thunder, it's not going to be a walk in the park by any means. You know, initially we thought that this team was going to be one of the worst in the league, but they've actually looked decent so far this season, so it'll be good to have these guys back if they're cleared to play. Anyways, guys, that's all I've got for now. I'll likely have a live chat for the game tomorrow if you're interested. We also have a live chat on the Discord page as well. Again, link down in the description. As always, guys, be sure to subscribe if you're a Bulls fan. Thanks again for tuning in, and I will catch you in the next one.